I am Michaelene Johnson. I am an IT professional with about 15 years of project management experience. You are an audience of professionals who either have or will be working on projects in your careers. And I'm here today to give you 3 steps to ensure project success. Let's imagine you're a project manager working on a big project for your company. This is a year-long project, cost of $5 million. You're building a product for a client. You've been sending in regular status reports. The team is doing really well. Everything's looking good. Everything's going to be on time. You're going to be able to deliver at the end of that 12 months. But about the 10, 11-month mark, the client comes in to do an audit to see how things are going. And they say, "What is this? This is not what we wanted. This is not what we asked you to build." Think of it like your team has been working so hard. You're ready to roll out a Lexus. It's all fully loaded. They wanted an SUV. They wanted 4-wheel drive. They wanted something that could hold 7 passengers and tow a boat. What do you do? What do you do? Your team has been working hard. How, more importantly, do you explain this to your boss or even to the client that that $5 million is gone, that the project now has to be completely redone? This is a real-world example, and it happened to me. And fortunately, I was on the flip side. I was on the side of the project team that was brought in to redo it for another $5 million and another almost 12 months. So you can imagine that our clients weren't happy and the company wasn't happy, and some people actually lost their jobs. Well, this happens. And I'm here today to tell you that there are 3 things that you can do in your projects to make sure that this doesn't happen to you. Number 1, scope. Scope is what you're going to do, what you're going to build, what the client wants from you. Make sure that's clearly defined. If they wanted an SUV, if they wanted a vehicle to hold so many people or to have the power to tow a boat, for example, then know that. Have that written down. Make sure that's understood. The project team has to clearly understand what it is the client wants and how they're going to use it. The second key thing is design and documentation, most importantly. And that is, once you realize what you're going to do, what you're going to build, how are you going to build it? In the example we're using, let's talk about features. Do they want leather seats? Do they want fabric seats? What kind of towing package do they want? Do they want the GPS on the dash? All these kinds of design things you flesh out ahead of time, and most importantly, get it documented, because the whole project team has to be able to see this and make sure that everybody is working off the same recipe, shall we say. The third, and probably the most important thing that I think that you can do, is what I call prototyping, or some of you may have heard 360-degree feedback. This is where during certain stages of your project, as you're going along, you're getting client feedback. You're showing them what you've done to date and asking for their feedback to make sure that you're still on track with things. Here it is. Here's what we've done so far. We've got your SUV. It seats 7 people. It's got the black leather interior you wanted. And they get a chance to look at it for the first time. Because, see, a lot of customers can't envision the final product. If they could, they would have built it themselves. That's why you're here. And they might look at that product and they might say, it looks great, but you know what? We wanted more room in the back to store cargo, so can you get rid of that 3rd seat and maybe just give us a little bit more room? We'll be fine with that. Again, it's this kind of back and forth feedback that ensures that the final design, and more importantly, the final product that you deliver, is exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they paid you for. In conclusion, projects can be fun. Projects can be exciting. Projects can be innovative. Projects can also be stressful. They can be timely, and they can be costly. They can be costly not just in money to your company and your clients, but costly in the jobs that are lost. So I have found in my experience that following these 3 guidelines of setting the scope, of setting the design, and of prototyping and getting that feedback ensures the highest possible success of any project. Thank you.